Hello, this is Lucky Waldo, and welcome to another 0k replay. This is another game between Saktoth and GoogleFrog, so I just have a ton of these replays to start with. This is a pretty nice map. The usual starting positions are this corner down here, it's this corner up here, and what's a little different is that usually you have just kind of the mountains making the boundaries, whereas this one you have these pits instead. Now you can still jump lab units over them nicely, but spiders are not as good as you would probably initially expect because they are stuck down in these little valleys. And so they don't get height advantages from being down there, rather other things shoot at them and they can't really shoot back. That's the height map. So let's go ahead and get started here. Both of them chose weird positions. They aren't in the corners like I would have expected. That could mean that they're kind of going for some cheese. GoogleFrog going for cloaky bots this time. So it doesn't look like he's looking to do anything particularly cheesy. Saktoth went tanks. I guess I wouldn't call tanks cheesy when it's Saktoth because he does it not infrequently. Often what he likes to do is focus on these constructors, which can defend themselves a little bit. At least one constructor will kill one glaive. So he uses the constructors to do a lot of heavy, well-defended expand, and then uses that resources to pump into the more powerful but much more expensive tanks. GoogleFrog, I suppose he went for the high ground here to get that height advantage from the windmills, which is really nice. Those are pretty high. And of course he's got these two ramps here, so he has a nice safe base up on this high point. GoogleFrog, like a magician, somehow managed to send a glaive right past Saktoth's base. He was sending out glaives in every direction though, so that wasn't really that lucky. And Saktoth doesn't have any turrets to defend here. This glaive is going to play ring around the tank factory all day long. Okay, there's Saktoth putting down the missile tower because he knows that he can't try to do that with a glaive. The glaive will win every time. GoogleFrog sending a nice steady stream of glaives here. Now there is a missile tower up, but you can see there's that blind spot where the missile tower can't quite hit because these are in the way. GoogleFrog using his commander's jump to his advantage to get him to those blind spots. But there's so many glaives out. There's a glaive over here. There's another glaive in a blind spot. Missile tower has the range, but it can't shoot through there. And GoogleFrog knows that. Keeping this glaive in another blind spot. Saktoth can jump his commander around, and that's definitely beneficial. But and the glaive taking advantage of the missile tower while it's on reload. Oh, now he doesn't even have a missile tower. Yeah, rushing is the exact counter to tank starts. Which Saktoth knows this. Khan is trying to come back. He's trying to come out to help. Oh, but this hero glaive. This glaive is the MVP. Took out the tank factory by himself. Brutal rush, but that's basically how you counter a somewhat cheesy tank start like that. Metal used about the same, but when it says used, that's really spent, so a lot of that metal Saktoth didn't get to use because that banisher never finished. And then damage dealt, of course. So GG, always build an LLT when you start tank. Or just hide better. Anyway, thank you for watching, and that's the end of the game. See you next time.